Hey, I'm Nathan Nanas, and I want to go to Berger University. When people think about significant events in history, they usually go back to thinking about wars or pandemic, and we usually learn lessons from that to keep those events from, happening again. But for me, the most significant event would probably be when the internet became a thing. I'm talking about late 1990s, 2000s, when the internet became a widespread thing and almost everyone had it. With the generation that I grew up in, I always wonder, how did people survive without the internet? Because it's just one of those things that have become so integrated in our lives. I mean, think about how information has changed throughout the years that the internet has been a thing. Think about how quickly information can spread. Think about how easy it is to access knowledge. Think about the information that you wouldn't be able to receive because no one in your area knew about it. I mean, libraries are a nice thing to have, but libraries are very limited in their information. There are some things that you're just not going to be able to find in a library no matter how hard you look. With the internet, you can do a simple search and, well, there you go. The internet has also helped us stay in communication with those that we don't usually see every day. Think of the relatives that live hundreds of miles away from you, in different countries, cities, states. Think about all the programs we have now that allow you to use the internet as a means to communicate with those that you hold dear. I mean, now I can talk to my uncle that lives all the way in the Philippines because with Skype, all we need is a webcam and a microphone to be able to see and talk to each other. And without the internet, it'd feel like a big step backwards for humanity if we were to get rid of something that's become so useful in our time. When I think about all the classes I've taken through my high school career, the one that sticks out to me the most would probably be IB Anthropology. Anthropology is a very interesting course compared to other social studies, only because of the fact that you're not looking at a very objective view, you're looking at a very holistic perspective, and the questions that you ask yourself in this class are very mind-boggling. They get you thinking. They make you question those belief structures that, have been established for so long. They make you ask the whos and the whys and the hows of the things that occur in daily life. As someone who's very curious, this class definitely satiated my hunger for knowledge because it helped me look at myself in a very different perspective. And it's not to say that anthropology teaches you that one perspective is greater than the other, or that your way of thinking this whole time is wrong. Rather, it helps you gain a new layer of depth, a new way to look at something that you'd looked at before that you had never thought of looking at it in. It gave me a new set of eyes to see things and answer questions that I had never thought of. And I think that's great because it's helped me gain understanding when it comes not only to other societies, but the people in those societies. Being able to understand someone is one of those first steps in building a better community. With anthropology, it's helped me understand the basic patterns of why people do one thing or why they do the other. But at the same time, it's taught me that we are very similar. We do have the same dreams, we do have the same aspirations, we do have the same, ideas for the future. So anthropology has taught me that while there are very different opinions about the world, that we're all looking for that same fulfillment in life. Ooh, this is a very interesting one. Usually, when it comes to non-academics, I've always been someone who's very in love with music, or someone who's very in love with culinary arts. But something that's really pulled my attention away from those in the past year or so is voice acting. Now, as a kid, I always watched cartoons, so whenever I saw one of my favorite cartoons, let's say SpongeBob for example, and I'd always hear SpongeBob's very high, squeaky voice, I would always think, wow, that really fits the character, and I always wondered to myself, how did they do those voices? How are they so skilled at portraying a character? And it wasn't until a year ago that I got the chance to actually try it out for myself, and it's so much fun for me. The thing is, acting on stage has never been my thing, because I've always been a shy person, and I've never been able to portray the roles that I'm playing the way I wanted to. But with voice acting, I don't have to worry about that. I can, be some high nasally person that, no one really likes, Or it can be the tough guy that doesn't play by the rules and no one understands him because he's tough. Voice acting has allowed me to see sides of me that I never knew existed, and I think that's helped me better as a person because I can understand the mindset of people with those personalities. So voice acting, it's something that's become a part of my life, and I don't regret it. Well, thank you so much for your time. I hope this interview has helped you learn a little more about me, and I hope you have a wonderful day.